Good morning on the third episode of Cooking with Cody. We're going to make a chuck pot roast right here. Chuck pot roast. Using a tater to prop it up for y'all. Okay, so one of the first things we're going to do, and I'm going to include all these ingredients in the description down below. I hope y'all are having a blessed day today. Is you can use water. I like to use a little bit of chicken broth, less sodium. Maybe we won't swell up and die. Throw this in here. I'm going to do about 2 cups. Plug that joker in there. Okay, 2 cups. We're going to see how that looks. Honestly, I feel like we could put some more. This recipe isn't really one that I follow. This is just something that my mom used to make a lot, and I kind of like upgraded it a little bit from some of the stuff she used to do. I at least added a couple things. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 cups of this chicken broth because that looks a lot better. Having a few people over tonight, we're going to have a little fire outside, and so I'm trying to make enough to accommodate for everybody. So the next thing I'm going to do is I got some taters right here already peeled. I'm going to go ahead and cut them up. About like that. Bam. I like to take them and just cut them down the center after cutting them in half, and then just chop them like that. And you can make them smaller if you wanted to, or leave them bigger. Everybody's got a preference. A little bit of a peeling still on there. Oh, and hey, we have some corn that was grown in the garden last year, and so try to use some of it. Well, cool. If they're thawed out, I might could even cut the corn off the cob before I put them in there. A little later, I'm gonna cook these on. I'll cook this roast on high instead of low like I normally do. Normally, I'll cook it on low for like hours, you know, all day. But instead, I'm just gonna cook it on high for like 6 hours. Probably could have cooked it on low for like 8 or 10. Throw all these taters in there. Guess I can go ahead and throw these in there. I'm gonna sit there right there. Okay. We got 2 more taters. Okay, perfect. And that's all of our taters. And so next thing I'm going to throw in there is I'm going to go ahead and throw about a half a bag of these carrots in there. I'm going to see what it looks like. I'm making more than I normally do, so I'm kind of going to see what we're working with. I think we're going to have about 6 or 8 or so people coming. 8, I guess, if you count us. And so now we can save those for a salad or something. Nope, a little stray potato. And what I'm going to do is I got some garlic here too. I'm going to use about 3 cloves of garlic just to give it a little. I don't want to make it too garlicky. I'm going to take it. I like to take it and cut both ends off, give it a little smash. And that really helps that peeling for that garlic come right off of there. Just going to dice that up a little bit, and I'll get them all like that. And then I'll snip them all up, make them a little smaller. Cut both ends off of the garlic. Give it a little smash just until I hear it crack. And that peeling's going to come right off. Comes right off. No fighting it. Don't want to fight that joker. Okay, now that I got the bulk of it, I'm going to try to go ahead and dice these up. Oh, one jumped away. You can see a little bit of green in this garlic. It's kind of trying to grow on us. I'll make it as small as I can. It's dropping some. All right, garlic. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to go with our onion. When I cut up an onion, You don't want to cut this bit right here off, because I've always heard that if you leave the butt of it on there when you're cutting it up, it won't make your eyes water as bad. So that's ideal. And I take it and I cut little strips in it like this. Get them as close together as you can. Like so. Bam. And we're going to take it and we're just going to cut it. Okay. And then I'm thinking for this, I'm just going to use a half an onion because I don't want to make it too oniony. And we're using some other seasonings too, so I don't want to overpower it. And so once again, same thing for this. I'm going to take this and just chop that joker up. Don't want to have huge pieces of onion. By the time this cooks down, I want all these onions to be really translucent and really soft. It'll really mix into this pot roast and you won't even really know it. Okay, that's probably good enough. I'm going to take this, and the onion got me a little bit. I'm going to take one of these beeswax wraps. We use these instead of saran wrap, which is really nice whenever we can. And so it's really good for wrapping up fruit and stuff like that. And I'll put that right in the fridge. Okay, we're going to take this, throw these onions in there off the blade. It's still awesome. So then I also got some white whole mushrooms right here. I don't really like portobello. They have to be cooked really thoroughly, or else there's some type of like enzyme in there that isn't really good for your stomach. So with portobellos, you really have to cook them really thoroughly. Something like a white mushroom, you're not as worried about it. So I'm going to take these and rinse them off a little bit. I got this little small thing. I'm going to do 3 at a time. Perfect. So then what I'm going to do is I like standing them up like this. And then I'm just going to give it some thin little slices. These mushrooms, they'll cook down to where they're really small. So I'm not so worried about putting all these in there. So I'm just going to put all of them in there, and they'll cook down real small. Okay. This is the last one. We're going to cut it up, and we'll throw all these in there. Whoops. There we go. Oh, something got away. It fell off. Oh, I actually done something wrong. What I was meant to do was I should have put this butter and these AUJA packet gravies in there whenever I put the chicken broth in there, so that it mixed up a little bit better. But I'm just going to have to mix them, so that'll be okay. Isn't that right, baby? Yeah. Let's see. I'll mix that joker up. I'll make a little spot for me to throw them down in the bottom so I can mix them up. It'll be all right. Throw that butter down in there. AUJA gravy. They got several different kinds. We grabbed the McCormick. It really don't matter. This stuff's delicious. Just gives you a good little, helps thicken that sauce up in there. I also like to use a ranch packet. Really good. Bam. Delicious. And then I'm just going to try to mix that up into that liquid down there. I made me a little spot. And it may seem like it's very full right now, but it's really going to cook down a lot. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a couple of extra seasonings in there. I got some pepper. Just going to do a good little layer on top. Mix it up a little. Do a little bit more pepper. Not much. Got a little bit of Himalayan salt. And see that chicken broth has a lot of sodium in it, so I don't put very much salt in there. And then we got some thyme. We'll sprinkle the thyme in there. A little bit of rosemary leaves. Once again, I'm not really doing a certain amount. Just kind of eyeballing it. Basil. Okay. I'm going to give that another little mix. See what it's looking like. See how well seasoned it looks. If it looks good, then we're good. If not, if I'm kind of thinking that everything doesn't look like it's at least got a little bit on it once I mix it around, probably going to give it a little bit more of something. So we'll see. And sometimes a lot of people use those like crock pot plastic bag things. I don't really like that. Excuse me. I don't really like that because honestly, I feel like doing that, you're probably getting a little bit of plastic in your food. Like cooking that plastic at high heat like that probably is not good, honestly. So now we've got the actual roast itself. Bam. Looks great. Now, we did unthaw this, so it might be still a little bit frozen. Debating on whether I should cut it in half. I think I will. Just to try and help it cook a little bit quicker, because we didn't make it like I normally do. Normally, I like to really get it ready and go in like at 8 o'clock in the morning and then eat it like 10 or so hours later. So, I'm going to do this so that maybe it'll have a little bit better of a chance of really thawing out for us. Normally, I'd leave it whole and just throw it on top. Oh, no, I hadn't added the corn. Will you grab it out of the fridge for me, darling? And we'll see what it's looking like. So I'll make some big old chunks and throw it off in there. Perfect. Okay, so we also got some corn here. Corn we made. Or Lord really made it. We just grew it. Let's see here. Get the little hairs off of it. Or the best I can. They definitely ain't going to hurt you. I'm just going to cut these ends off. Just to give me something a little flatter to go off of. So what I'm going to try to do, we're going to see if it's too hard for me to do it or not. I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut all this corn off of it. If you had some hogs or something, and you could feed your corn cob like that to the hogs after you. You know what I mean? We don't have any hogs. So we're not doing that. But you could. Had a little weird spot growing in it. I'm going to cut all that off just because I don't like the way it looks. Because I'm a weirdo. And this stuff's great. There's even times where before we leave for work, I'll wake up a little bit earlier and put this on so that when we get home, it'll be easy. We can just pull it out, maybe make some broccoli to go with it. And it's delicious. Look, got some good corn. straight off the cob. We're just going to toss it in there. All right, y'all. And now I got it on high. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to let it go till maybe about 6 or maybe 6:30 or so. So that'll give it a good 5.5 hours or so for it to kind of get going. And so I'll be back with y'all whenever this is finished, and I'll show y'all what kind of our final product is. Lord willing, it'll be delicious. If it ain't, I'll eat it anyways. Hey, it'll be good. This is usually how we do it, so I don't think there'll be any kind of problem. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll see you here in just a moment. For you, it'll be a second. For me, it'll be several hours. I think I'm going to make some pancakes as well, and I might even record those and turn that into a video as well. So thank y'all so much. Y'all have a blessed day. If y'all have any options, if y'all have any comments or anything like that, just let me know. I appreciate y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in just a sec whenever this pot roast is done. All right, y'all, and we're back. It's been about 8 hours for me, maybe a couple seconds for y'all. We'll see how good I am at editing this. Okay, so it's all done. I ended up adding a little bit more meat to it because I kind of added more water than I normally do. But it all turned out really good. I'll kind of show y'all the droppage. Look at that. Steaming hot. Some good stuff. And look, so then I got these little bowls. Just plate it up. Delicious. Look. Amazing. I thought it was so good. Everybody really enjoyed it. The meat's super tender. It could have been more tender, but I didn't let it cook as long as I normally do, because normally I put it on low, let it go for like 10 hours, but I kind of cooked it on high, and it only cooked for like 6 or 7. But it still turned out amazing. And what we also done was I cooked up a little bit of rice with some of the water I took out of this. I scooped out some of the water from this, some of the excess, and made rice with it, and it was actually really, really good. And so y'all make this right here and let me know what y'all think. Like and subscribe, comment, tell me what I done right, tell me what I done wrong. Give me some kind of feedback. I really appreciate all of it, y'all. And just know that, look, the Lord loves you. I love you. And let's all love each other, because the world needs some more love. And look, there's only one way to heaven and to the Father, and that's through Jesus Christ, because He is the way, the truth, and the life. And I pray every day that all the people who He's ordained to come to Him will come to Him in earnest, because praise the Lord, there's only one way in this life that you can go and end up happy. Because look, if you want to go no worries, strength that'll always last, and happiness that passes all understanding, you got to follow Jesus Christ. I appreciate y'all coming and seeing me today. Y'all tune in for the next episode. I think it's going to be pancakes. I'm also wanting to make a tomato soup. I've had some requests for that. So y'all just let me know about some other things that y'all would like to see, and I'll just keep it on going. Thank y'all again. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all next time.